out there selling that shit now because they handing out football numbers, yo. When I was hustling, they was handing out paper felonies, yo. That shit was a revolving door. So I took advantage of that shit like a motherfucker, man. So that's why I know who the fuck you are. Because I've heard this. I've heard this, man. I've seen motherfuckers coming in my block.
I want to know what he heard. I know he never heard anything about me. I know his biggest gripe is that he is a crack dealer, and you know, he's mad that I'm not his customer. He swears I smoke this shit, but he can't sell it to me. Nor does he know anybody that ever could or did. Nor does he know anybody that does smoke crack that would be in here smoking crack with me. I just don't smoke crack.
Yeah, taste the rainbow, yo. I'm throwing those shits in the air. Taste the fucking rainbow, yo. You know what I'm saying? You a custody. You a buster ass custody, man. You was smoking that shit. You can't tell me you was not smoking that shit back then, man. You cannot tell me that shit, yo. I know what you look like now, man. You was on that shit. For real. And your mentality has not changed. You stopped smoking, but your mentality has not changed. Look how you act on the radio. When a crackhead gets some shit, they don't know how to act. And then they broke. Then they broke and shit. Just like you are now. You smoke weed like this shit is crack. Alright? And you don't get no good shit. Because if you did, you wouldn't be acting like that. Alright? The fucking herbs that I smoke, half a joint, half a motherfucking joint lasts a couple of hours, man. You put that shit down,
So he does smoke all those chemicals and all that treated shit, huh? Damn.
That's why I know you, fucker.
Hey, CK. I'll tell you what. You know, CK, I've been in the jungles of Taiwan. I've been into the jungles of Afghanistan. I've been in the jungles of Thailand, man. CK, I pulled the best of buds right off the fucking stalk itself. And CK, no disrespect, dude, but you really are fucked up in the head because anybody out here that smokes bud, good old green grass growing up, anybody that smokes a joint, CK, and they're whacked for hours, well, they just got scared. And I can assure you, we're not smoking a second of that shit. But CK, you know, your mentality and the way you know everything and how you paint up everybody in their future and the delusions and the hallucinations and after effects it has, I could really believe that this is the shit you're smoking, still smoking, have all these effects and delusions of. CK, the best marijuana my agencies can pick up could score 16%, boy. And I smoked shit that was 14%. And I wasn't high for hours. CK, the more I listen to you, the more I learn. The more those kids up there at NYU where you're on the Strawberry and John Jay and all those shit, the up and coming rookies over there about 13 blocks from you, man. Yo, CK, how I'm training them is unreal. And you, my man, a perv like you, a fucking crack dealer, a slinger, a cocksucker who's mad at Richie for never being in custody, or he can't get Richie to be his custody. You know, I mean, you want to brag about your little change, you got plastic, okay, you were coming out there with stacks, rainbows, and half your assets you might have stashed away, them little piles you might have in the shoe boxes. It came from being a fucking crack dealer. That's what you just admitted to the world, but I ain't mad at you, CK. You know, hey, listen, our government is not killing us with it. By them keeping it illegal, that's how they're destroying us. Because they're giving the power to scumbags, organized crime, and other nations to infiltrate the land and take control. By taking control of what humans consume, what is consumption, what is in demand. So CK, by all means, by all means, yo, man, I understand it's a business, I understand it's a money thing. I do happen to know for a fact that cocaine straight from the leaf never killed anyone in its entirety in its existence. I happen to know for a fact that cocaine is not killing people. I happen to know for a fact that, it's not the product of the word cocaine that ever kills somebody. I do know that mass amounts and after effects and percussions from it you can suffer from apoplexia and you can become paranoid. But those are effects of while you over abuse it. It is mind over matter and coming off it. It's not an addiction. It has no long lasting effects. It does not kill people. Now, all that shit that they processed it in from leaf to the form to get it and to go up your nose, into your vein, whatever it is to kill your brain that it does do. Well, my man, that's the stuff that kills people. That and the air bubble to the needle. I could honestly say, man, I've done a lot of shit working undercover, but you know what? Main lines never took my love. Not with my nose, not with my flesh. Now, had anybody told me crushing that shit and sprinkling it over my bud would have been just as bad, hey, I would have thought twice. But I was working undercover. I know what I am. I know what can harm me and what can't. I know that nothing that man could ever make in a lab, nothing that could ever be grown from my daddy's earth and reprocessed can kill or harm me. So I ain't too worried about it. But CK, we learned a lot about you tonight. And I gotta say, just pulling you out of your 10-7 mode, your woodwork, just by stating that the boy you hang out with is the rumored to be on Megan's Law, CK, you are an offensive little monkey. And CK, I can't wait for the day CK comes out of my speaker and into my face, or the day that CK's flesh will brush mine. Because, I understand we're not allowed on the U.S. land to sell certain kill. But CK, that restaurant that does have all those exotic dishes that are USRDA approved, CK, the gorilla in you will be there should your flesh ever touch mine. Bank on it.